All right. Welcome to another episode of the Almost Division One podcast. We come
What's
to you
up,
with an
guys?
emergency press conference.
Yep, emergency press conference, Cubs game 4. Got lots to talk about. Matthew Boyd starting. I don't know how I feel about it, boys, but it is what it is. I would like Colin Ray to start, especially after that last game with Boyd. I mean, he got hammered, pummeled by the Brewers. Now we're going to start him game 4 on 3 days rest. I don't know if I love that. Even though he threw about 20 to 30 pitches, he got absolutely smoked, and I don't really know what to think. I'm a little worried. Like I said for game 2, I'm worried, but it's we'll see. He's lights out at Wrigley sometimes, but this Brewers team's got a good read on him. He hasn't been great against them
All year. It's been terrible against.
All year.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about this upcoming game. This Cubs pitching staff, the starters anyways, besides Tyone, have not given us a lot to be hopeful about or optimistic about. I just part of me kind of thinks he'll probably have a better outing. He's on a normal day's rest now, and he didn't throw very many pitches against them the first time, but, there was a reason for that. It's because he was terrible. So, and this is against Freddie Peralta again, who kind of shut us down in that first game, too.
Yeah, and he's starting at Wrigley this time, where it's the Brewers got more of a hitter's ballpark, and now we're playing at Wrigley. I don't know. How many runs do you think the Cubs are going to need to win? Because I would say at least 4 again. And
yeah,
because last game, I mean, I was having an adrenaline rush watching. It was stressful. I thought we were going to lose. Honestly, I did. I thought we were going to blow it again.
So did I. I had no faith. And the thing is, dude, have the Cubs scored a single run besides that PCA single that wasn't from a bomb in this entire series?
The Cubs, the last 2 games, haven't scored a run outside the first inning. Last 2 games, we've gone the first inning, game 2, 3 runs, nothing to show for after that. And then game 3, 4 runs in the first inning, nothing to show for after that. We gotta capitalize when we got runners in scoring position, especially against this Brewers team that's better than us right now, for being honest.
They are better than us. And, dude, what's concerning, too, is, guys are getting on base. It's not that we can't hit. Everyone's raving about the Brewers bullpen right now, and it's yeah, they're playing great, but it's not that they're, no hitting us. We're getting guys on. We're getting guys in scoring position. We just, cannot capitalize on it at all, and we're striking out way too much right now.
Yeah, Ian Happ. He was really frustrating me last game, man, because we had guys first and third, 2 outs, and it's just he takes 2 strikes right down the middle. And then, of course, he strikes out on the ball. Same with PCA. PCA likes to swing at balls more than he likes to swing at strikes. It's getting a little frustrating at this point.
PCA is a simple man. He sees the ball, he swings at it. Although I will say the umps, he did not swing. In that first strikeout he had yesterday, that was terrible
that
call.
That at bat, he swung at 2 balls, and then, he swung at a ball, took a strike right down the middle after that, and then struck out on that check swing. That wasn't a check swing, but still, if it's a strike, swing at it. If it's a ball, stop chasing it. The high fastballs and the inside sliders / curveballs, it's got to stop right now. We need productivity, especially out of PCA, because when he gets on base, he's electric. He's a threat.
And see, that's what I think where the problem lies in as well, is that I think he's swinging and missing so much because he's selling out for power. I think he's fallen in love with the home run a little bit, and it's dude, if he walks, it's a guaranteed double. He's almost guaranteed to steal a base.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when he gets on the bases, dude, he can score on a sac fly from second base. He's so fast and so good at running the bases. Just enough selling out for power and just get singles, rip singles and doubles. And like how many hustle doubles have you seen him hit? Dude,
Yeah,
that's his bread and butter. That's where he's like OPS comes from, dude. Just like hit singles. Just live off singles.
just
Like
get
he
on
needs a
base.
little dude,
You
seriously.
know,
He needs a
take
little
some
Nico
pitches
Horner in
that
his
you don't
life.
need to swing at. Like the pitch selection is, it's freaking terrible. I mean, I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
quite frank. But I'm gonna get back to the original task we're talking about. I don't like Boyd starting this game. I don't know why we have Assad not in the lineup. I think we should do a Colin Ray 3 inning, Assad 3 inning, or a Colin Ray 3 inning, and then bring in Boyd 3 innings, and
Mm-hmm.
then rely on the bullpen, and then we have Tyon start game five. I think that's kind of a no brainer. Instead, we're starting Boyd, and I could see him pitching, more than 4 innings, but I'm just worried he's going to get tattooed, especially after game one. Even though he
Yeah.
only threw, I mean, I have to look at it, but I'm pretty sure it's around 20 to 30, somewhere in there. But
Yeah.
man, it's hard to feel confident right now in the Cubs at all. Um,
Especially
I
the
just,
offense just looks completely stagnant. They can't do anything outside of first inning home runs.
yeah, and
He
I'm
he
curious to see what
threw
the
30
starting lineup's going to
pitches.
be. He threw 30.
Yeah. Yeah, he threw 30 pitches. Hopefully, I know Peralta's not a lefty, but you know, hopefully Bush stays in the lineup for. Gosh, I cannot believe that's even a conversation we're having.
Well,
And then please put Hap down, dude. Just like bring in Ballesteros. Bring in
that's what I
something.
was
This
about to
offense needs
say.
a spark, dude.
Why we need to? I don't know why we're not playing him at all. Instead, we're throwing in Justin Turner. I mean, what are we doing? Council has been terrible. I mean, he's got to be getting paid from the Brewers to kind of screw this up for the Cubs. There's something not right because the way he's been
Hmm.
managing this series, it's reminding me of Joe Madden a little bit.
Yeah, no, exactly like Joe Madden, dude. Like, and this team is not talented enough to overcome terrible management. Like, I
No,
don't know if it's the analytics nerds that are saying to put in Turner. I don't know if it's the analytics nerds saying to like keep Assad home and freaking start Boyd in Game 4 after getting tattooed in Game 1.
yeah, but
But
we're on a death threat right now. We lose, we're done. And right now,
mhm.
the Cubs got to put the best guy forward. I don't understand why we're not. Put the best players in. I guess Boyd is one of our best pitchers, but not against the Brewers. Maybe against any other team, but the Brewers.
I will say though, if the Cubs do manage to pull out a victory today, I from original reports, the earliest Cade Horton would have been able to come back would have been Game 5 of the DS if we made it that far.
Yeah, yeah, which would be dynamite. But I couldn't see the Cubs pitching him more than 2 or 3 innings, especially coming off the injury. I could see Tyon starting. If things get rough with him, then maybe we throw in Horton.
Well, when
But
would
we'll
the
have to see if he's available.
Game 5 would be Saturday? Man, that's just such a short turnaround. Like, how do you not go to Shota again in that spot?
You think we should start Shota?
I don't think we should, but how can you start Tyone on from a Wednesday to a Saturday? Three
You
days
gotta,
rest?
you, yeah, but he was dealing, man. I think if anything, you gotta split Shota and Tyon up. You gotta, I don't know. You can't let him see the rotation more than one time at this point. I don't think, especially going into game five. The batters are at an advantage now.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, if Ray doesn't go today at all, we can definitely start Colin Ray Game 5. I think that would give us a better chance to win. And dude,
I,
it's so frustrating with Shota because he literally, besides giving up home runs, he's always so dialed. Like in the game too, he was looking nice, and then
he was looking good.
he gave up a nothing little blooper, weak contact to Christian Yelich, and then I think a walk, right? But like a borderline walk that really probably could have been a strikeout if the umps
No,
were
he
calling
gave
those
up.
high fastballs.
I think he gave up 2 hits, and then Andrew Vaughn came up and hit that moonshot. That it didn't even look like he barreled it that well. He kind of just
Dude, I thought that was a lazy pop up
So did
when he
he.
hit it.
Um, but you can't have that with two outs,
Right.
no one on in the first, and then you give up 2 hits and then a bomb. That just
I
can't
know.
happen, especially when you start the game up 3-0 like that. I mean, we were fired up. We ended the podcast because we were like, we got to go watch this game. Soroka's
I
dad
know,
was
dude.
screaming, and I mean,
Dude,
I have a lot of concerns. Though I want to have faith in the Cubs, but right now I just don't. I don't know how
don't either.
anyone else really could. And the problem with Shota is he's leaving the ball up too much, and that's why they're able to, drive it and get it up in the air and out of the ballpark against him. That's why people are hitting so many home runs against him because he's leaving the ball up in the zone too much. He needs to stay low in the zone, paint the corners, but he's not doing that.
And dude, like even walk more guys. Just attack the corners more. If you miss, you miss. Just attack the corners more.
I'd rather you walk a guy than give up a 3-run bomb.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's truly concerning, man. Cubs are plus.
It would have been ideal.
Today.
It would have been ideal if Shota could have gone today with the wind blowing in at Wrigley, how it is.
For sure. But
hopefully Milwaukee's roof is open, so we get a little bit of wind advantage from there on Saturday if we make it that far. But dude, we can win today. There's no doubt in my mind they can put together runs off of Freddie Peralta. He's not skiing. He's not Scooball.
Yeah. Hey, and the Cubs have come down 3 games before. 2016 came down 3-1, won the World Series, so it's not impossible. 1 game at a time.
No,
but I think if the Cubs win this game, the pressure's on the Milwaukee Brewers more than.
Yeah, big time, big time.
And
if the Cubs win today, I honestly would probably pick us to win Game 5.
Yeah, because I think they'll start probably Mizorowski.
Yeah, we could get after Mizorowski. There's no doubt in my mind we can. I think, he had his adrenaline pumping. He was hyped up. He was throwing 104, which was crazy. I don't expect him to replicate that.
I don't either, and I honestly
especially
think,
the way he closed down the season.
I think the Cubs are. I mean, if I'm the Cubs, I want Mizorowski to start because he's wild, and
yeah,
we're pretty good at pitch selection. Other than PCA,
yeah.
Dear Lord. But
and
Hap's great. Hap's pitch selection's normally great, and I think he took a walk.
I just hate Ian Happ.
Yeah,
he probably did, but I just hate Ian Happ. And the thing is, dude, he's wild. If we can get on base against him, we're a great base running team. We steal a few. We can make some noise if Mizorowski is wild against us.
Yeah, I just have to reiterate myself is that the Cubs have to score at least 4 runs to win this Game 4. And that's not an easy thing to do at Wrigley. You don't want to be going in. If we're down 1-0 going into the 7th inning, dude, we're going to lose the game.
It's a loss. Yeah, it's a loss for sure.
For some reason, this Cubs team just can't put it together. Can't hit after half the game's over. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. We start off so hot and then and like I said, it's not even the Milwaukee bullpen is excellent, but it's not that we're not even getting hits off of them. We're just not capitalizing on our opportunities.
I just don't understand how we made such a flip this season, how we started so hot with the bats. We were the best hitting team in the league. We were scoring the most runs by, I think we had the most runs scored by a lot at one point. And
I think for the first half of the season, it was 6.5 runs a game we were averaging.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. And then when the All-Star break hit, all of a sudden, it's been a meltdown. What was our record after All-Star break? I think we were a little bit over 500, but not by much.
We were leading. No, we were well above 500. We were leading the division at that point.
Yeah, we ended 92-70, but
That
we
was
could have
with a
easily had
very, very
100 wins,
easy
man.
second half schedule. We should have had 100 wins. The second half was super easy. Like, imagine if we didn't get swept by the Reds, like, in that last month, There was so much bad baseball that took place by
Dude, the
us.
Reds kind of owned us this year too.
I
The
know.
last few years, they've kind of owned us for some reason. I don't know why, but
I don't know why either. I think it all goes back to the fact that they weren't aggressive enough at the deadline. Like, teams notice that kind of thing. Like, oh, okay, so we're not going all out to win. Like, it sent a message to the whole locker room. And like, them not being aggressive at the deadline probably meant, like, was them, like, conceding the division to Milwaukee.
I I just don't understand what the logic behind that is. Why aren't we going for someone that's going to be a game changer for the team? We know we're going to make the playoffs. We know we have a good shot at making a run. Why aren't we going to get some bullpen guys? Why aren't we going to get better hitters, better dynamic players that are going to make a difference in the playoffs?
Dude, Suarez was out there. Naylor was out there. And, like, even guys like Merrill Kelly. Like, you don't think Merrill Kelly would be a great addition for us right now? Zach Gallen didn't get moved, but he was on the block. I mean, the Diamondbacks sold everything.
I mean,
It is
think about what Zach Gallen. I know he didn't have a great year this year, but think about how bad we could use him right now.
seriously. I don't even think it would have cost a lot to get him.
Yeah, I mean, and then I know this is. I'm gonna say it again, but why aren't we playing Ballesteros? I think we got to play him, man.
I think just the fact that Tucker can't play the outfield right now is kind of screwing everything up a little bit. Forcing him into the DH spot is not ideal.
True.
Or even, like, dude, like Kevin Alcantara. Is Casey healthy? Is Casey?
No, Casey's out right now. He wouldn't be back until October 13th. It says. Same thing with Cade Horton. It says his estimated return date is October 13th.
Yeah, like I said, that was like the earliest he'd be able to come back was the Game 5 of the DS. But
yeah,
dude,
so
if we can,
I don't know. It's gonna be
if we
interesting.
can
I'm really
manage,
excited for Game 4, but
yeah,
you got predictions?
I don't know.
What do you think?
You know what? Our last recording, I was pessimistic. I'm gonna be a little optimistic this time. We're in Wrigley. This is gonna be our second time seeing Peralta. I think we'll play better against him. I'm gonna say, let's say 6-4 Cubs.
I like it.
And because also Milwaukee used a ton of their bullpen yesterday.
They did.
So
you know what I also really like? I mean, Priester was out of there in 2/3 of an inning. Hey, he just couldn't do it for us. He couldn't do it to us. The Chicago kid just couldn't do it to his team. Gotta love it. Shout out Priester. Hell of a season for the kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm gonna go 3-2 Cubbies. I think the crowd's gonna make a huge difference. The Chicago Cubs fans, they're just so knowledgeable. It's every time there's a 3-2 count, big at bat, they know it. Fans are on their feet. It just fires me up, man. And,
me too, honestly.
I think it's gonna make a big difference tonight for sure.
I think if Boyd can keep it under 3 runs, I think we win this ball game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 3-2, 4-2 Cubs. We're gonna find out though. Emergency press conference.
Absolutely.
Chicago Cubs Game 4. You guys heard our picks, but we're gonna leave it at that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you wondering, Ryan Soroka is not in attendance today because he's getting a colonoscopy. So.
Yeah, Mr. Soroka's a busy man. He does have a full-time
Wish him
job,
well.
But shout out Soroka, shout out the Cubbies, and We're releasing episode
Yeah.
3 either Friday night or Saturday morning, so tune in, guys. We'll have our NFL picks, college picks, and some previews, some big games coming up this week. Huge slate of college football games. Chicago Bears, Monday Night Football. Lots to look forward
It's an exciting
to.
weekend.
Exciting weekend, boys. So talk to you guys soon, and that's almost D1 Podcast Emergency Press Conference.
In the meantime, everybody love everybody.
ELE.
All right. Peace out.